In this scene, a poor farmer is approaching the bank to ask for a loan to support his family and his farm.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the bank.
Hi, I would like a loan of $100 for my family and farm.
We're going to have to deny that request because we do not think you'll be able to pay us back. Good day, sir.
Now, a very rich plantation owner comes in to ask for a loan.
Hello, sir of status.
Hello, I would like a fund of $500 to fund my plantation operation.
100%, sir. We need that paid back in 6 months, though. Will that be okay?
I'll be very good. I'll be paying you back soon as I am very rich.
What we saw in the previous skit is an example of the bank giving special treatment to only the elite. The bank is privately owned but has all the benefits of a public institution. This means that the bank's funding comes from all citizens' taxes. However, as we saw, the bank usually did not give out loans to lower class citizens and farmers even though they helped fund the bank. It is clear that it was a corrupt and unfair institution. So for President Jackson to move all federal deposits to so-called pet banks and to make sure that the bank's doors stay closed was an action within his rights as Commander-in-Chief. This action benefited the majority of American citizens and the future of the nation.
In this scene, Andrew Jackson is being presented the option to pass or veto the recharter of the Second Bank of the United States.
Hello, Mr. President. Here's the bill for the Second Bank of the United States.
No, I cannot pass this. I refuse, and I will veto this due to the bank being unfair.
Why are you vetoing it? It's not unconstitutional.
It is not about whether it's unconstitutional or not. It is for the future of the country and the good of the people of the country. It gives the bank too much power and gives them a monopoly on the country. This is why I must veto it.
Jackson is now approached to pass or veto another bill.
Here you go, Mr. President. I understand why you vetoed past bills, but why this one?
I cannot pass this as it is wrong and would hurt the country.
Jackson was the first president to use the presidential power known as the veto continuously. In the previous presidents before him, they all used the veto only if the law was unconstitutional. When Jackson came into power, he used the veto based on his personal opinion, but not with any serious thought or reason. Many people believe that this abuse of the veto was an abuse of power in order to strengthen his and his party's power in the government. But when it comes down to his vetoes, many of the laws that were vetoed weren't unconstitutional, but would have seriously hurt the future of the country. One of the best examples is Andrew Jackson's veto on the charter of the Second Bank of the United States. Had the charter been passed, the bank would have had serious amounts of power, controlling the economy and therefore the country. But thanks to him, this never came to pass due to a smart and calculated decision to use the presidential veto.
In this scene, we will see Andrew Jackson strongly oppose South Carolina wanting to secede from the nation. This incident is also known as the nullification crisis.
We want to see. We want to see. We want to see.
People of South Carolina, I, Vice President John Calhoun, believe that the terrorists are unfair and that we should secede. The states have signed the Constitution and therefore have the right to nullify it.
Go Calhoun! Yeah!
What South Carolina is doing is very bad. As Commander-in-Chief, I'm going to enlist the Army to keep the country together.
Hello, it is me, the President of the United States. Andrew Jackson's role as Commander-in-Chief gives him the right to defend the nation by using military force when needed. In fact, this was not the first time it was used. In the country's first presidency, George Washington used military force to put an end to the Whiskey Rebellion, a protest led by unhappy farmers in western Pennsylvania, against the excise tax that was passed by Congress in 1791. This put a tax on grain and alcohol in order to generate money to pay off the debt that was created by the Revolutionary War. These farmers protested because they felt that the tax was unfair and argued it targeted the producers rather than the consumers. As the protest got worse, Washington eventually led a militia and suppressed the rebellion quickly using military force. Andrew Jackson was faced with a similar situation, but only threatened to use military force. Although many may argue that it was abusive to threaten South Carolina, it was within his powers because he had to defend the nation from a threat regardless whether it is external or internal. If Jackson had not threatened South Carolina, they could have possibly seceded, causing turmoil amongst the nation.